This is Jen Ashton. I have not known her very long or feel that I know her very well, but I am inspired by what she has accomplished and feel she may be of some help to you in your journey. Jen is a single mom in her 30s who has lived a life that has been colorful and heartbreaking. The best thing I can say about Jen, or any mom, married or not, is that she loves her child dearly. She describes him as her little man. Secondly, she is a woman who is true to her code, resilient, self-sufficient, and uncompromising in her ways. Jen Ashton self-publishes erotica. Now, long before the creation of the mass-market romance novel, there was a long tradition of written expression which is primarily erotic or sexual in its form, including works by Anais Nin, Henry Miller, Lawrence Durrell, D.H. Lawrence, and dozens of writers. Jen Ashton has advanced the exchange from an intensely feminine perspective by moving it from Gutenberg to the Internet. In 1 year, she has written and self-published 18 books on her own. No literary agent, no approval from a group of publishers in New York City, no mass-market advertising campaign, a minimal investment of capital, but a maximum belief in her own abilities. As you watch and listen to this fireside at-home chat, please give some thought to something you know about that may be of interest to others. Don't reach too far. The things you know the most about are what others wish to learn from you. Jen believes in the next year she will earn $1 million. This conversation has the power to alter your future, and it's free. I invited her to my home in February of 2011 to share with me her evolution. There are 3 dimensions to your experience that I would like us to just explore tonight.
Okay.
Are you in an exploratory mood?
I'm always in that kind of a mood.
Always?
Pretty much. That's how I grow.
I want to explore briefly a little bit about from where you came. I want to explore a little bit about what happened. I want to talk a little bit about the fall and the resurrection.
Okay.
In the context of the resurrection, I'd like us to talk about the way you implemented your experiences through writing and ultimately through self-publishing, and as a result, what has happened to you in your life.
Okay.
Those are kind of like the 3 shelves I would like to explore. Before I do, Can you recall the first book you ever read?
Completely, all the way through. To
Yes.
Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes.
What was it about that book that you remember the most, or that touched or impressed you the most?
It's been a really long time since I've read it, so there aren't a lot of details that I remember. But I do remember that I began the book by reading the very last paragraph. And that made me very curious to find out what the rest of the story was and how that came to be. And that's how I finished it.
Can you recall anything about the last paragraph as we sit here?
I want to say, I think her name was Scout. I want to say she had a broken arm or something. And I just wanted to know the story behind it. It was very simple.
Can you recall the first movie you ever saw?
I remember the first movie that I saw in a movie theater, I believe, was E.T.
E.T.?
Yes.
I think it's the only motion picture where my name was mentioned by a
Yes.
character. For years after that, I would run into people who would ask me if I'd called home.
Right.